it was Clemens versus Tolliver, and if you would say that, you'd bet heavy money on Roger Clemens, but he's 0-1 so far in the postseason. The Red Sox cannot lose any more games in a series. If they do, they're eliminated. The Twins have 2 chances to clinch at home. 2 of them. Sire 0329, that was quick. That was really quick. Good to see you. And as you see, Minnesota won 1-run games. All game 1, 2, and 3. This could go any way, but remember, it was kind of a fake 1-run game because it was a 2-run game. They got a base hit and thrown out at second base. So remember that. That was absolutely incredible. Sire 0329, you're going to see a great game. This is going to be incredible as tonight the Twins go for a sweep. Freddie Tolliver is first in the postseason. His first appearance. And I am just going to do this. So right now, Wade Boggs will come up. He's had a terrible postseason as Minnesota has a 3-0 lead. And that's going to be the first pitch strike. So Wade Boggs. So Wade Boggs there, that's going to be a strike. Outside 1-1. Very disappointing. If they were to lose this game today, Wade Boggs, of course, he'd be one of the reasons. In 1-run games, when you're 1 of 12 in batting. Two and 2 to Boggs here in the top of the first inning. Hard hit and a base hit, so Wade Boggs gets on. And whenever you lost 3 straight 1-run games, whenever Wade Boggs gets on, that's big. So Boggs right through the gap. He knows how big it is for him to come through, and same with Boston. Minnesota has 2 shots at home to clinch. Here's Marty Barrett. Freddie Tolliver. Early on, that's going to be high ball 1. So Barrett has had a good series. He's pretty solid right now. So Barrett, the 1-0. High into left field. Underneath is Dan Gladden, caught 1 out. So Dan Gladden with the catch, that'll be 1 out, and that is big. That's big. Boggs, Barrett, Evans, Greenwell, Burks, Rice, Bensinger, Gedman, and Reed. Boston is hitting .270 in the postseason. Remember last game they had a 2-0 lead early on, and then blew it and lost 4-3. Here's Dwight Evans, 1 out, 1 on, top of the first inning. That's going to be away ball 1. He has a home run and 2 RBI in this series. He's hitting 1 out of every 5. He's 2 for 10, maybe 3 for 15. Hard hit and a base hit. They go to left. Are they going to get a runner on third? No, it'll be first and second. And again, early on, Boston has been good offensively, but then they've died out as the game has gone on, so they got to score while they have runners on, and that was last game. They didn't score when they had runners on. Here's Mike Greenwell, .273. They're trying to get, Minnesota's trying to get out of this right now, because you know Boston's going to have a push, and if they could get out of this when Boston pushes, then they can slowly stop the Boston offense. They got to get out of it now. It'll be 1-1. Last game, he was 1 for 4 with a single. Top of the first inning, 1-1. Down low, it's going to be 2-1 with 1 out. 2-1, 1 out. 2 on with 1 out, and there it is. They steal a hit and run. That's going to be 1 run that's going to score. It's going all the way to the trash bags in the outfield. Gladden will throw it in. They're going to try and score again. They're home. He's safe. It's 2-0 Boston. And just like last game, they get the first 2 runs. Mike Greenwell. Oh, how big that was. He knows it. And right now it's 2-0 Boston. Ellis Burks. Freddie Tolliver can't come in and go 1-2-3. They wanted him to go 1-2-3 in at least the first couple innings and let Minnesota come over and try and score. Burks at 333. High, and he'll pop it up. And that'll be a catch, 2 outs. They'll throw to third, nobody moves. So Boston 2-0 lead here. Jim Rice, very underperforming in the series. Boston trying to get a win here. If they do, it'll be 3-1. And they'll get one more hump as they try one more game here. And that's if they win. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. He was 0 for 4 in the last game. If they win here, then that means that they will have one more game here. Swing and a miss. And it's all different when you play 6 and 7 at home. The 0-2. 2 outs. Down below, nothing. They'll pick it up, throw to third, safe. And it will be a wild pitch. Tolliver's not had a good inning. It's his first postseason appearance. Roger Clemens, it would be his second. The 1-2 with 1 out, but 2 outs. The inside 2-2. So Jim Rice, 091 in a series of postseason, the 4th game. Struck him out, and we go to the bottom of the first. They limit the damage to 2 runs, but Mike Greenwell has both of the RBIs. It's 2-0. We go to the bottom of the first. I don't know why in the heck this is a crazy sort of thing. But anyway, Roger Clemens, a terrible first appearance. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, a 5.40 ERA, only lasted 5 innings. He gave up 8 hits. So let's see if he does better in this game. He pitched game 1. And that's going to be high ball 1. So Dan Gladden was 1 for 4 and an RBI. They know they got to get Clemens here. He might pitch game 7 if there is a game 7. But Boston's up 2-0. Gladden to right field, and that'll be foul. They're fast. Minnesota is fast. So if they get on, they can really create some havoc. And Clemens now the 1-1. Hard hit and foul again. And the ball boy just watched it. Wondering if he understands what his job is. 2-0, bottom of the first inning. It'll be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground and a base hit for Gladden. So he'll be on with nobody out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Tommy Herr.
Tommy Herr now. So Dan Gladden right up the middle. He's on first. Tommy Herr will be up. He's hitting 167 as an RBI in the series. 2-0 Boston. Gladden on first. Clemens having a little bit of trouble. Nobody out here, and it'll be 1-1. He's not the Roger Clemens you thought he'd be, where he's getting everybody out to rocket. Hitting 167 is Tommy Herr, the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. Bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss, and he reached for that one. He didn't like that. I mean, this could be a double play. Or it could be hit and run, who knows? 3-2. If Clemens walks him now, you got Kirby Puckett who's up, and that would be big. We're only in the first inning, and already lots of runs scored here. The 3-2. Struck him out on a ball 4, and he'll go down. Clemens, a strikeout there. Cyro 329. My stuff will come in 2 weeks, so that'll be good. Working on the Panthers likenesses. I will do my NFL 2K5 season with Cyro 329's lineups, and that should be good. That'll probably be in the spring maybe, and that'll be high ball 1. Tommy Earl reached for that, and it hurt. Puckett's one for every 3. He's hitting 333 in the series. He's got Herbeck at first. He's fast. The 1-0. He's going. He swings and misses. And that was a hit and run, but it'll be 1-1. He didn't need to swing. When that ball's down low, he could just let it go. 2-0. It's those high fastballs that get him. And that move took a calendar week. Took a fortnight to make that one. 1-1 with 1 out. Minnesota would like to get a run here and cut it in half. Early Puckett, and that's going to be to left field. And it'll be caught 2 outs. He chased. And that's unlike Kirby. Kirby Puckett has great plate discipline. And he chased on that. Gladner, Puckett. You have Herbeck, Gaetti, Bush, Larkin, Laudner, and Gagne. 291 average in the postseason, 270 for Boston. See, they're kind of close. Bottom of the first inning. And that'll be a strike to Ken Herbeck. 182, no home runs and RBI, 490 on base plus slugging. So the 0-1, that'll be fouled off, 2 strikes. Boston could get out of this. Last game he had 2 walks. Plate discipline was good. He's 0 for 2 today. The 0-2, 2 outs. Outside 1 and 2. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. A 1-2, bottom of the first. That's going to be high in the right field, but foul. Clemens is a strike away from getting out. Herbeck wants to put one in right field. He's getting some good chops. The 1-2. Struck him out, and that ends the first inning. Roger Clemens gets out of a little bit of a hairy situation. A single to begin the inning. It's 2-0. And here's Todd Benzinger, 444 average, no home runs, 3 RBI. You remember what the last game was like. It was 2-0 Boston after 1, and then Minnesota came back slowly but surely and won the game 4-3. It was actually 4-2 to the last batter, a base hit, then a throw out at second. A great ending there, that'll be foul. Freddie Tolliver, though, didn't have a great first inning. He only gave up 2 runs, but that's the thing in baseball is you reset every inning. On the ground. Should be actually a normal routine ball. Second to first, 1 out. So it'll be batting 8th, Rich Gedman. He's hitting 250. High into right field. This will be foul, 0-1. Oliver's settling down a little bit, but sometimes in a postseason, you just never know. You don't have time to settle down, though the old adage goes, you can't say 0-0. Hold on a second. Washington, Hendricks, Keller, and Drummond. With Washington behind the plate. But when it's 0-0 and you give up a home run, let's say in the first inning, and you lose the game 1-0, you can't blame the pitcher because the offense got nothing. The 1-2 with 1 out. If you give up 5 in the first and then end up scoring 4, then yeah, you say there's no time. 2-2, 1 out to Rich Gedmans. On the ground. Third to first, and that'll be 2 outs. Minnesota has good defense and they're fast. You know, that's really good. But Boston's really going to have to hit doubles and all that. Jody Reed, he's the 9th hitter, hitting .417. He's having a good series. So Reed now, 2 outs, and that's going to be a strike. Usually, the other games, Reed was 3 for 4, a double and 2 RBI in the last game. He's the reason they had a 2-0 lead early, I believe. And then what happened was Minnesota just clumped down like they are now, and Reed gets hit. Reed gets hit right in the back. And here's Wade Boggs. A single and a run for Wade. 2 for 14 in a series. Who knows? He might be able to keep this up. Tolliver, that'll be high into right field, and it is caught. First pitch, he gets it out. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0. Here's Gary Gaetti, .333, a home run, 2 RBI. He's over 1,000 for his on-base plus slugging percentage. And Roger Clemens down bottom of the second inning. It's Boston 2, Minnesota 0. And Clemens. That's going to be high ball 1. Last 3 games he ended up scoring 2 runs himself. So he works the bases when he gets on. And that's going to be a strike. You know, you look at that stat and you don't really understand it till you actually watch full games. If you're a stat person, you're thinking it's more because a result of things. Like, hey, if they get base hits, they're going to score anyway. But when you actually watch a game and see the way they work bases, that is a big stat. You know, you have to work your way around in low-scoring defensive series, which all these are. You have to work your way around, and Gary Gaetti does. On the ground, short. The first, it'll be 1 out. Minnesota, Boston has to be careful. It's 2-0 now. If Minnesota were to get a lead, it would be the first elimination score of the playoffs. Meaning if a team has 3 wins in a series and they get the lead in a game, that means if the other team doesn't score, they're done forever. So Randy Bush, 1 for 4. He has a home run and an RBI in the last game. Bush has really picked it up and hit the ball well. Sometimes it hasn't gone for outs, but it has been scary for the opposition in a lot of the times. The 2-0 with 1 out. And that's going to be a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That'll be to left field and maybe caught. No, it's foul. And it'll be 2-2 with an out. Randy Bush. The 2-2. And that'll be fouled off again. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. 3-2, it's down low. The thing for Minnesota has been they're chasing ball 4s. They are chasing ball 4s. That's the problem. Kirby Puckett did the same thing, a hit and run, and he went swinging for it. The 3-2 with an out. He swung at ball 4, it hit the ground, and they'll throw to first. That's going to be 2 outs. They're swinging at ball 4, so the movement for Roger Clemens is working. And here's Gene Larkin. Larkin hitting .500 in the series. And that's going to be a strike down low, 0-1. .500 average, no home runs, 2 RBIs. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be fouled off, 1-2. Clemens. And that's going to be right. Second to first. And Roger Clemens gets rid of them. He's looking good today. He's going to get his ERA down. We go to the third. It's 2-0 Boston. Barrett, Evans, and Greenwell now. Barrett, Evans, and Greenwell here. And Marty Barrett lined down to first inning. 4-17 though, still in the series. So here's Marty Barrett. And that's going to be a strike. Barrett is pretty good for Boston. He comes after Wade Boggs. He's carried the load a lot. They're losing one-run games because some of their stars aren't hitting, and that would have been enough. Barrett has picked up the slack, and Barrett now be fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strike, nobody out. The innings are starting to peel away. 1-2. High to left field. Gladden is back, and he'll make the catch, 1 out. So Dan Gladden, 1 out in the top of the third. Look at the Homer Hankies. The Homer Hankies come out. They're blue towels. They were white, I think, in real life. 3 of 11 for Dwight Evans. 1 for 1, a single and a run. Here in Minnesota, this is a hard place to win. Dwight Evans, and that's going to be a strike. Dwight Evans now has scored 2 runs himself in the last 3 games. That's going to be hard hit and foul right over the umpire, and now quickly 2 strikes. Here in game number 4, Minnesota wins, Boston's done. High and straight to center field, and Puckett with the catch, 2 outs. Tolliver struggled in the first inning, but now he's hitting his groove and getting outs right here. Mike Greenwell, 1 for 1, a double and 2 RBI for Mike Greenwell. 2 outs. And Tolliver now, top of the third, and that'll be fouled away. Greenwell has both RBIs today. So let's see how Tolliver adjusts. It'll be ball 1-1, he stays away. So a foul and a throwaway. It's 1-1 with 2 outs. Oh, he chased that high one, 1-2. Greenwell's 2 RBI base hit are the only RBIs today. The 1-2. 2-2. 1 more strike and the inning ends, and Minnesota comes up. The 2-2. And that was in the other batter's box. Ellis Burks will be up here in the 3rd inning. 3-2. They walk him, and Greenwell will walk. Freddie Tolliver stays away. And now here's Ellis Burks. He popped out in the first. He has 2 doubles in this series, but he's 4 for 13. So Greenwell is on first. He scored 2 runs himself in this series, and that'll be a strike. Ellis Burks, 333, 4 for 12. In the last 3 games, he's 0 for 1 today. So that makes him 4 for 13, and that'll be a quick strike. 0-2, he's going right at Burks. Even though it's on the frame, it's actually inside. The 0-2 with 2 outs. And he chased, but he fouls it back. Minnesota trying to hold Boston here. The 0-2. Struck him out, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score, Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. Well, Minnesota wins today. They win the series. Tim Laudner will be up. 364. No home runs and an RBI.
Number 15.
If Boston were going to win the series, they would have to do it in 7 games. They would have to do it in 7 games. And now here's Laudner. Hard hit, third to first. This should be 1, and it is. So Laudner with the out there. Minnesota only getting 1 hit today. Roger Clemens is doing the job. Wade Boggs at third. And here's Greg Gagne. 182, no home runs, 2 RBIs. His on-base plus slugging is .614. Bottom of the third inning, 1 out. Here's Clemens. Down low, 1-0. So Greg Gagne was 0 for 4 in the last game, and he had 2 strikeouts. Hoping to improve his performance today, and that's going to be a strike right down the middle. Clemens is firing in at 99 miles an hour. Bottom of the third, 1 out. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. It'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Low, 2-2. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. The pitch. Outside 3-2. And Dan Gladden will be on deck. 3-2, 1 out. Bottom of the third, and he fouls it away. Greg Gagne still hitting 182. I'm going to wonder if they chase another ball 4. Nope. That was right down the middle. Roger Clemens hit 100, and his 4th strikeout of the day. He's doing really good. He is doing really well here. Here's Dan Gladden, 1 for 1. And he's going to bunt that. Gladden will try and get on first. Clemens will pick it up. They throw. He's safe. And Gladden is 2 for 2 today. He had the opening base hit of the game. He was the leadoff hitter for the Twins. And he gets on. He recognizes that. And he sees that right there. Boggs and Clemens. Clemens will pick it up, and he's safe. He went as fast as he could, and he beat it by a step. Tommy Herr. And that's going to be a strike. He struck out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1, 154 average. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. They go back. He's safe. This would be big if he could get Gladden over. Gladden is the only Minnesota Twin to be on base today. He's 2 for 2. And now we're going to play this for the next 10 pitches. I know they're trying to keep him off second base, but Clemens does have a very slow motion. Now to be inside, 1-1. Al Red Sox fan, good to see you. Al Red Sox fan, I know you're hoping for a journey for 4 straight. And right now, Boston is winning 4-0 in their journey for 4 straight wins. They're winning 2-0, but Gladden is on first. The 2-1 to Tommy Herr, and that'll be fouled away. Remember, Herr played for the St. Louis Cardinals. And he was instrumental in that 1983 World Series win in real life that they had. That's going to be a steal for Gladden. He's safe. And he gets the second. If Boston wants to win, they got to get Dan Gladden here. It's those little 1 run here and 1 run there's that they give up that they end up losing by. The 3-2 with 2 outs to Tommy Herr. On the ground, should be out number 3. He jumps, he fires. They pick it up and they end 3 innings. The end of 3. The score, Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. What a pickup there. Great that you're listening from work, Al Red Sox fan. It's really great. I really appreciate your support. And I love your playing of Glory Days football. I've been listening to that forever. If you're listening to this, go to Al Red Sox Fans channel and listen to his broadcast. He does great football, boxing, his baseball's excellent. It's really a fun channel. I really like listening to it, and I urge everybody on here to go there and give it a shot. There'll be a sport that you like there. The 1-1, that's going to be a strike. So that is Al, Red Sox fan. If I forget to put the chat up after the game. 2-2, and in the ground for Jim Rice, who's 0 for 1 today. Freddie Tolliver in the top of the fourth. And that was a terrible swing by Jim Rice. That thing was a foot inside, and he went for it. And he lined out to first base. That's going to be 1 out. Here's Todd Benzinger. He grounded out in his second inning of series. He's 4 for 10. A double and 3 RBI. So Benzinger trying to get on with 1 out. And here's Freddie Tolliver. I heard somebody say swing in the crowd, and Benzinger must have heard him and fouled it away. He was 1 for 3 with a double in the last game. Tolliver had a weak first inning, gave up 2. That's going to be right field. It's near the trash bags, and it'll be out number 2. So a great catch there in right field. Just went right back to the trash bags there. And Tolliver, a little bit of a layup there. Here's Rich Gedman. He was 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second inning. And Gedman is 1 for 5 in the series with a double. And that's going to be fouled off, 0-1. With 2 outs, Rich Gedman. He started last game. 1 for 5. That's going to be high, pop fly. Should end the inning. And underneath, it curves around. Urbeck with the catch, and that's going to be it. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Red Sox start off like last game with a lot of runs, but haven't produced. Well, both Minnesota Twins hits have been by Dan Gladden. Everybody else is out, and Kirby Puckett lined out last time he was out in the first. And here's Roger Clemens, who's been absolutely terrific pitching the ball today. Of course, Gladden is 2 for 2. He's perfect on everybody else. So the last 3 games, Puckett is hitting .333. That'll be fouled away. 0-2 quickly. Kirby's a great hitter. In the first inning, he swung at ball 4. And then he ended up lining out. Now it'll be a ball 1-2. Of course, one of the best players in Twins history. Unbelievable the way he hits. One of the best hitters in history. Down below, right to Clemens. And again, that was a ball down low. 1 out. Clemens has such movement on the ball. That's incredible. Look at that infield. They're playing very good today. Very well today they're playing. And Ken Herbeck, he's 0 for 1. You know, I know this is a totally random thing I'm going to say. There's a strike to Herbeck. I think I got Cryptosporilia from the water here. So we got to see Cryptosporilia. Oh, it makes you go. Oh, that was a mistake. And they throw to first. He got it 2 outs. Yeah, you got to watch the water here. I'm in Islamabad, Pakistan. Beautiful city. Great people. Got to watch yourself. But you got to watch for Cryptosporilia. Oh, God. Played Frisbee yesterday. I'm not a big Frisbee player. I don't really like Ultimate Frisbee. But you know what? It was fun. People I was playing with were great. That's the reason they made it well. Gaetti fouls it off. He was 1 for 4 in the last game with an RBI. But they were all talking about it. And they were talking about Cryptosporilia. And now it's going around. I feel it a little bit now, 0 for 2. I mean, it's great to lose weight because you're not hungry until the evening. The 0-2 with 2 outs. He swung at a bad pitch. Gaetti will go to first. And Roger Clemens has been absolutely terrific today. This is the Clemens that we thought we'd get in game number 1. The score, Boston 2, Minnesota 0. fifth inning, and they are not me. But we're going to the fifth inning, and here is, what is it, Jody Lee? You got to see on this. Jody Reed, sorry. 417, he's actually a good ninth hitter. He's the guy you want up, and a lot of people put that great hitter in the ninth position, kind of balance out the lineup and get better pitches to those who aren't hitting. It's going to be away 2-0. 2-0 to Reed. 417 average. 3-0, and if you put Reed on, I know they're banking on Wade Boggs. Not getting on, but the 3-0. And inside, almost hit him. And it is a 4-pitch walk. So now Wade Boggs, who's 1 for 2, will come up. He's not having a good series. If Boston can add to this lead, that'll be huge. So Wade Boggs down. High center field, running, making the catch. 1 out. And Wade Boggs has had a terrible series. Kirby Puckett, what a catch. And Marty Barrett, 0 for 2, he flied out, lined out. He's hit the ball hard. One of these times it's actually going to hit the ground. Or hit the ground over the home run wall. They're going to steal. It's a hit and run. They throw. They got him. It didn't work. He swung and he missed. This is why Boston can't do anything. They do stuff like this. They hit and run, and you got a struggling pitcher. Barrett's throwing up his hands like, what are you doing? The 0-1 with 2 outs, of course, on a hit and run. He missed that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freddie Tolliver is getting out of innings because Boston's helping him. Now to be fouled off, 1-2, though he got on a great groove in the early innings of this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. To Barrett. Hit him in the shoulder. He doesn't like it, and he's looking at Freddie Tolliver. But here's Dwight Evans. And I'll tell you what, on a 1-2 pitch, you're not going to want to hit Marty Barrett and get to Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans can launch this and make it 4-0. He can do this. We're in the 5th inning here, and that's going to be a strike. 0-1 with 2 outs. Tolliver had 2 strikes on Barrett and hit him right in the shoulder. I don't know what Evans is looking at. He got 2 right down the middle. I can see number 1, but number 2 should have been over the trash bags. The 0-2 with 2 outs. They're not even close. He's taken everything so far. He hasn't swung the bat. The 1-2, 2 outs. Low, 2-2. Evans, Dwight Evans, 1 for 2 today. The 2-2. They're going to go, a hit and run, and he fouls it off. You do too many of them, you're going to tire out the runner. 2-2. High and fouled off again. They're waving the towels. There's argument whether who was the first team with a towel, a terrible towel. Many people think it was the Steelers, but some Vancouver Canuck fans in the early 70s want to say that it's theirs. And being from Pittsburgh, I'm just going to say that it was the Steelers because they have the best story. 3-2. Struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And Evans goes down. Bottom of the 5th inning. The score, Boston 2, Minnesota 0. It just struck me. I don't think Boston has had a base hit since the 1st inning. Here comes Randy Bush now, 0 for 1 today. As we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to be inside, a strike. So Randy Bush 0 for 1. Minnesota is trying to get a hit besides Dan Gladden. Randy Bush hits it. It's going to curve foul, though. I could see that going foul and into the trash bags. 0-2. Boston 2, Minnesota nothing. Struck him out, and Clemens is on fire today. His 6th strikeout. Watch Clemens. I mean, this one, this is unbelievable. So Gene Larkin now. Did he go? No, he didn't. Larkin grounded out in a second, hitting 462. So Clemens a 1-0. You need every pitch with Clemens, and it's a strike. I really don't think that you have. He had 3 doubles in the last 3 games and 2 RBI. He made a big difference. Larkin in the bottom of the lineup, and that'll be fouled away. I think it almost hit the bench. 1-2 with an out. Gene Larkin. Clemens. High into right field. This might hit the ground. Larkin, it's back. Oh, and it hits the glove. Larkin's going to second base, and they'll stop there. A diving attempt, and he couldn't make the catch. And Gene Larkin will go to second. Watch this. Look at that guy right in front of the camera. But watch this. The diving attempt, and he couldn't make it.
Number 15.
So Tim Laudner. Laudner is swinging a miss. Bottom of the 5th inning, they finally get a hit that isn't Dan Gladden. Laudner now inside 1-1. Clemens' stamina is the only thing you worry about. He's on fire now. But he goes from on fire, it's like somebody throws buckets of water on him, and he cools off. You got to throw more gunpowder on him instead of water, and that'll be 1-2 with it out. You need that explosion in him. And Tim Laudner 0 for 1. This will be the 70th pitch by Clemens. Struck him out, and that'll be 2 outs. Laudner goes down, 7 strikeouts, and it looks like Clemens hasn't cooled down like I thought he did. He's on fire today, Greg Gagne, 0 for 1 today. 2 outs, runner on second. Hard hit, this will be third to first, should be in, they throw, and that's it. The end of the 5th inning, the score. Boston still has a 2-0 lead. So Greenwell, a double. He has all the RBIs. He has every single one of them, hitting 333 in a series. And both RBIs in a series came today in the 1st inning. High pop fly, Kirby Puckett. They'll camp underneath and make it 1 out. So Kirby Puckett, he's still mad at himself because of a couple of his at-bats that he's had. Here's Ellis Burks 0 for 2. Strikeout and he popped out. 286 in his series. Burks is fast. Right now at 2-0, everybody's trying to search to get on. Atherton and Portugal are warming up. This is the 2nd game of 3. Remember that here in Minnesota, unless this one ends today. And they have all the time in the world to rest, but they're down 2-0 to Boston. Boston trying to make this the first of 4 games. 2-0 with 1 out. Swing and a miss for Burks. 2-1 with 1 out, Freddie Tolliver. And the 2-1, it'll be a strike there, 2-2. If Minnesota wins this game, they eliminate Boston. Swing and a miss, 2 outs. 4th strikeout for Freddie Tolliver's Jim Rice.
The designated hitter.
0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out. 0-77 in the postseason. No home runs and an RBI. Jimmy, hard hit. Oh, what a play on the ground. Slow speed, they'll get him. They'll get him. Dan Gladden. Gladden, her, and Pocket. Oh, they got the wrong uniform glitch. But the top of the lineup coming up. Bottom of the 6th inning. Dan Gladden is 2 for 2.
The left fielder.
Gotta love it here, Gladden, if you're Minnesota. He's 2 for 2 today. A bunt and a base hit. Solid. It's going to be 1-0. You got to play him to play the bunt. Roger Clemens now having trouble against Gladden. If you play him back, he bunts it. If you play him for the bunt, he'll get a solid base hit. Gladden, that's going to be a strike, 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dan Gladden, 2 for 2 today. On the ground and foul, it'll be 1-2, a weak sort of swing. 2 for 2. Swing and a miss, that'll be a strikeout. So his 8th of the day, Roger Clemens is looking good.
Now back.
Watch this.
Tommy Kerr.
It's 1-2, bang, strikeout right there. He didn't swing at a ball. Tom Herr, he's 0 for 2 today, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. It's not a good sign for your offense when Boston got their insurance run in the 1st inning. Herr struck out and grounded out. In the series, he's 2 for 14. He's not good. That'll be right down the middle, strike 1. 77 pitches. That'll be fouled away, 1-2. Look at the pitch count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, Clemens wanted that, and it's 2-2. I don't know why he didn't get that pitch. The 2-2. 3-2. Herr would like to get on for Kirby Pocket. If Herr gets on, they're going to be remembering that pitch. The 3-2. That'll be fouled away. Clemens again, every pitch. He gets a little more tired. Herr, it's going to be a pop-up. Running after it. And that'll be 1 out. So, Ellis Burks in center field, making the out.
The batter, number 34.
I mean, you know, you got Kirby now, 3 for 11 in the series, a double and 2 RBI, lined out and grounded out. Like, seriously. Oh, he hit that, he got that, it's deep, right to the trash bags. It's gone, a home run for Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett to the trash bags, 384 feet. And it is a 2-1 game. They cut the lead in half. The insurance run that Boston got in the 1st inning is now gone. They're 1 oops pitch away from tying it. And Ken Hrbek is coming up, and they're happy. This might be a spark. This might be a spark, you never know. You knew Kirby was going to do something in this series. You knew he was going to do something. There it is. And now it's 2-1. So here's Ken Hrbek with 2 outs.
Number 14.
They get what they want to in that inning. It'll be 1-0. Hrbek struck out, grounded out, only 154 in the postseason. 1-0 with 2 outs, Roger Clemens. Clemens, and that's Hrbek. He'll go back 1-1. They got I was saying before, you know what's bad when they get the insurance run in the first inning. And now Minnesota's coming back, and that's a swing and a miss there. Rebek might have gone on. He's not the fastest in the world, but he would have gone on with that if that were the third strike. The 1-2. And that'll be the left fielder. They're going to catch it. No. It's a good thing Tommy Herr didn't get on. Tommy Herr would have gone on in a home run. That would have been a controversy. And that would have been high to center field Ellis Burks. Center right center field. And the end 6. Kirby Puckett, the wrong uniform glitch. Kirby Puckett. It's 2-1. The Red Sox haven't had a hit since the first inning.
Your attention, please.
Top of the 7th inning, Dan Schatzeder. 1 game so far, 2/3 of an inning. 1 strikeout. Both righties and lefties love him. And Dan Schatzeder will come in. Todd Benzinger, he flew out and grounded out, 4 for 11.
The first base.
A double and 3 RBIs. And Todd Benzinger, 0 for 2 today. Schatzeder will be inside ball 1. You look at this series, it's 3-0. And Boston today had a great first inning. I don't think they've got a hit since the first inning. Have to look over that. Schatzeder will be foul ball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-1 Boston. And fouled off again. Remember, Boston is get all your runs early and not do anything the rest of the game. 1-2 on the ground. Oh, what a dive! Oh, what a play that was! Tommy Herr. Tommy Herr dove after it. Oh, he started to dive there. And picked up, they threw him out. I used to know one of the friends of my buddies in high school, Dusty Thompson. His dad played in the major leagues. He played with the Expos. He was Scott Thompson. It was Vernon Scott Thompson, but they called him Scott Thompson. And he played for the Cubs, the Giants. That's where he met Rick Russell. That's how I got to know Rick Russell. So anyway, he always talked about Bill Buckner and how Buckner won Gold Gloves. And that's going to be to the outfield. Hold on, only 19 speed. He's only going to get a single. He might get thrown out at base with first base with 19 speed. 1 on and 1 out, and that's a good base hit. So Jody Reed will be up. But anyway, Bill Buckner knew he was going to make a catch, so he would stop, not do anything, then run over and dive to make a diving catch to win Gold Gloves. And Scott Thompson told me, yeah, he was a great poker buddy of his, but he said that he was a great faker. He would just wait, and then the ball would start to drop, then he'd go over and make a diving catch when he could have just went underneath and made a regular catch. I'll never forget that. 417 average. Jody Reed, 1 on, 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Boston is looking for an insurance run. Now they are. They had one in the first inning, not now. And it's going to be 1 and 2 with an out. Jody Reed. One, 2. Down below, and no, he's not going to go. 2 and 2. You got Reed, and then you got Wade Boggs. Struck him out, and that's 2 outs. So the first base hit since the first inning is still at first base. 3 firsts in there. Wade Boggs now, 1 for 3. He had a hit in the first inning and nothing since. Same with all the Red Sox. And that's going to be a strike. Wade Boggs is single in a run. He's only hitting 125. He's 2 for 16, which is 1 for 8. which boils down to 12.5%, a 125 average. I'll be high and 0-2 quickly. At the 7th inning stretch, I'm going to take a quick break and put on my chicken to eat for dinner. The 0-2, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th inning. 1-2. And that's going to be fouled off. So thank you very much, Al Red Sox fan. Here we go. This is a tense one. Boggs. That's going to be to center field and a base hit. Now he's got 19 speed. And he's not going to go to third. It's going to be a single. He's going to need to hit 2 more doubles to get that guy in from second.
Now back, second base.
Wade Boggs now. They got 2 on. And in fact, with the runner on second base, you might need to hit a home run to get him over to third. Here's Marty Barrett 0 for 2. Chances are down low, 1-0. And this is very tense now. Both these teams have all these teams in the playoffs have the talent to win the World Series. They all do. And if Boston has the talent to win 4 in a row, and Minnesota knows it, they got to take every game to win this. High, Barrett, and not far enough. Tommy Herr with the catch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join for the tradition.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, Boston 2, Minnesota 1. Give me 2 seconds while I put on my chicken so I can eat at the end of the game. And we'll be back in 1 second. Give me 1 second, and I will be back. All right, I'm back. As we go, I had to put my chicken on and go there. Right now, you can see everything here. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. You got Gary Gaetti. He's 0 for 2. He's batting 5th. This is big. And it's going to be down low, 1-0. Bob Stanley and Dennis Lamp will be up. But Roger Clemens, as crazy as it might sound, he's in RBI baseball, the NES game. But that's kind of accurate with the stamina. 6 innings, and sometimes he loses it. And right now, it's 2-0. So the bullpen for Boston is very big. Remember last game, he only lasted 5 innings. Right now, he's at 6.0. Gaetti to right. It's curving, and it'll be caught 1 out. Dwight Evans with the catch, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. And Gaetti is ticked off. Randy Bush now, 3 for 13, a home run, and an RBI, struck out twice now. His hot streak is over. He jumped in an ice bath And it's going to be 0-1. Sometimes you are more focused on the road. Sometimes you feel less pressure on the road. There's Randy Bush, and it's going to go right into the bullpen. You do feel less pressure on the road sometimes because you're so focused on the game. And when in a home game, you get everybody on. You're like, yeah, we're going to do it. It's up to me. There's a strikeout. His third of the day. He gets a hat trick. 3 of Clemens' 9 strikeouts are Randy Bush. And Gene Larkin will come up. Clemens will probably pitch Game 7. And that's going to be high ball 1. All of Boston's runs in the first inning. Larkin doubled in the 5th inning. I believe he was the first batter since Dan Gladden to get on. Larkin, he fouls it away, 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. The hits went Gladden, Larkin, and Puckett. There's 4 of them. That'll be on the ground, short to first. Good night. And we go to the 8th inning. Roger Clemens. How long are they going to leave him in? It's 2-1.
Your attention, please.
So Mark Portugal, 1 game, 1 inning. Nobody got on. Nobody got a hit, I should say. Nobody got on. No walks, no strikeouts, no hits. He was pretty good. So Mark Portugal will be up. And here's Dwight Evans. Who's 1 for 3 today. Dwight Evans. And that's going to be a strike 1, actually. First pitch strike. So Mark Portugal, he's got to face 3, 4, and 5 for Boston. Here in the top of the 8th inning, 2-1. High and inside, 1-1. For Minnesota, they got 9-1-2, I believe. Gagne, and then Gladden, and then Urbeck. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 for 3 today. Portugal, and that'll be down low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inside, 3-2. Mike Greenwell. 3-2. 4-2. They walk him. They walk Greenwell. And Portugal, who started out very well, now all of a sudden he's in a little bit of trouble. He's got Greenwell coming up. Greenwell's 1 for 2 today. Portugal. Outside, 1-0. If you're Minnesota, you're getting worried. If you're Boston, you're sniffing blood. This could be the inning where you get the extra base hits and get the extra run you need. And high, strike 1. 1-1. This is really big. They want to get that runner to second base. And they fouled off 1-2. But Boston does not want, or 2 things. They don't want a double play, and they don't want a strikeout. They can advance with a fly ball if it's weird enough or deep enough. 2-2. If you're Minnesota, you do not want a walk at all, and you do not want a stolen base. The 2-2. Struck him out. That was ball 3, and Greenwell strikes out. It's going to be 1 out. Here's Ellis Burks, 0 for 3, struck out in the 6th. And now for Minnesota, it is tense time. Very tense time. As Mark Portugal. High and fouled it away. So into that air conditioning vent or whatever that is behind him. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, already 2 strikes. He can play around with Ellis Burks a little bit. Ellis Burks is fast. It might be tough to turn a double play unless it's right to somebody. Struck him out, and that's 2. And that was in a zone, and Ellis Burks is angry. But he'll go back to the dugout, and it's 2 outs. Watch this, right in the zone. Jim Rice. 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing. They count that as a swing. It went inside, and Jim Rice is like throwing his hands up. Do you know in 1980, what was it, 88? I think it was 88. 89. The MVP of the World Series, the MVP of the Orange Bowl, and the MVP of the Super Bowl. All were Rices. Rice. I forget what year it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Maybe one day the MVP of the World Series and the World Cup winner will both be Portugal. Who knows? 0 for 3 is Jim Rice. The pitch. Struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Boston fails to score the bottom of the 8th. It's Boston 2, Minnesota 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Bob Stanley will come in. 1 game, he's 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Nobody's got a hit. Lefties and righties hate this guy. They can't get on by a hit in 2 innings. And now Tim Laudner. Laudner struck out and grounded out. Laudner did not look good the last at-bat. Bob Stanley will be up in the bottom of the 8th. They might go 2 innings for a save for him. Stanley Laudner in a base hit, a single. He gets on with nobody out. So Laudner gets on. Laudner will be on first, and Stanley stuck here. No more Roger Clemens. Bob Stanley gets pitching, and Laudner again gets on.
Your attention please. Pinch hitting
So Brian Harper will now be up.
Brian Harper.
This will be his first at-bat in the postseason. Brian Harper. Stanley, 1 pitch, 1 hit. Harper, it's on the ground, and at least they're going to move him to second. They throw the first one out, but with 27 speed, you get on second base. That's good because the double play propensity was big. So they at least move him. The tying run is on second base. Marty Barrett, a good. If that guy had any speed, it would be first and second with nobody out. But here's Dan Gladden, and this is big. If Dan gets a double, it's now 2-2. And Boston can't do anything past the first 3 innings. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1 on, 1 out. Gladden, that's a strike. He just takes it right down the middle. Lee Smith and Dennis Lamp are warming up for Boston in their bullpen. People forget Lee Smith was a Boston Red Sox. Dan Gladden now. He'll take a strike 0-2 quickly. Bob Stanley now. It's 2-1. Boston leading Minnesota. Bottom of the 8th, the 0-2 with 1 out. That's going to be a little blooper. Is it going to drop? Is it going to? No, it won't. Ellis Burks with the catch. It's 2 outs. I thought it might drop. If it would have dropped, it would have been unbelievable, but it didn't. Ellis Burks is so fast. If it were anybody else, it would have probably dropped. And here's Tommy Herr. Tommy Herr now, 2 outs. Runner on second. Bottom of the 8th. Took that, strike 1. Stanley, 1 pitch, a first base hit all postseason. He's got the last 2 batters. Here's Tommy Herr. Oh, and he reached for ball 1. And it'll be 0-2. Stanley's got him where he wants him. A weak hitter with the first 2 strikes. 2 outs. Low ball 1. Oh, they're not getting him. That ball, they're going to throw to second. He's safe, though. That ball's going to have to be in the stands for him to go to third. 2-2. 2-2 with 2 outs to Tommy Herr. That's going to be foul. Oh, he nubs that. 2-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the inning, bottom of the 8th, it's out 3-2. They've had a bad problem all day with trying to swing at ball 4s. If he gets on, you got Kirby Puckett coming up, who just hit that home run. Struck him out. Bob Stanley gets out of the inning. Oh my goodness, that was huge. He knows it. The emotion for Boston. We go to the 9th inning. It's Boston 1, Minnesota 1.
Your attention, please.
So at shortstop, Al Newman will come in. A defensive move.
Number 26.
And here's Todd Benzinger now. 0 for 3, grounded out in the 7th.
Leading off the box.
So here's Portugal against Benzinger. It'll be ball 1 low. 7, 8, 9 coming up. You got Wade Boggs, though. But the number 9 hitter's a really good one. And the from 1 hitter is not. So Benzinger, it is 2-0 to him. Benzinger, this will be high. Left field, Gladden. It's going to be fouled away. 2-1. 2-1, Boston surviving today. High pop fly. Puckett is back. And Elkamp underneath. 1 out. Kirby with 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, Rich Gedman now. Singled in the 7th inning, 286. And that's going to be high strike. Rich Gedman. And that's going to be on the ground, 0-2. Gedman 0 for 2 with 1 out. Fouled it away again. You know, it's times like this where you sneak in a run to win the game if you're Boston. It's times like this where it seems like Portugal is on a groove, the 0-2. And that'll be fouled away again. You stay alive, you get on, and somebody hits a 2-run home run. Where you stay alive, you get on, and you start a base hit train, 1-2. 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Struck him out, 2 outs, and Gedman goes down. Portugal's 4th strikeout. He's looking like Roger Clemens.
The shortstop. Jody
2-1 here, and you see that. Here's Jody Reed, 0 for 1 today. Top of the 9th inning. And that'll be a strike. He takes it. 0-1. He hit by a pitch and walk. He's down to 385 in the series. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Oh, they call that a strike. And it is 0-2. I would hate to be a Red Sox fan right now. The words coming out of your mouth would be crazy. 1-2. Words coming out of your mouth is nuts. I'll be on the ground and foul. Reed. 1-2. And that's going to be a foul right there. Yeah, there it is. Cyro 329. You can see the words coming out of his mouth. Struck him out, and that made a difference. That bad call made a difference. Oh, my goodness. I'm never one to criticize umpires, but sometimes a mistake can lead to that. Bottom of the 9th. Coming in, it's Lee Smith. 25 games, 5 saves, and 6 opportunities. This regular season, first time we've seen him in a postseason. Lee Smith, the Boston closer. Here's the situation. If the Twins score 0, Boston makes it 3-1. Here's Kirby Puckett earlier, hit the home run. If they score none, it's 3-1. If they score 1, we keep playing. If they score 2, Minnesota wins the series if they score 2 runs. Minnesota's hits a 2-run home run, then they will move on to the ALCS. Boston 2, Minnesota 1. The 1-0 pitch. 2-0. They're not giving anything to Lee Smith. Both teams with 5 hits. Boston got all the runs in the first inning. The 2-0. Swing and a miss for Puckett. It's 2-1. They're trying to get somebody on base for Minnesota and move them around. Puckett can get on and he can run. The 2-1. Swing and a miss there. It's 2-2 now. Lee Smith is feeling it now. The last 2 pitches were strikes. Bottom of the 9th inning. We haven't had a walk-off. Come from behind win yet. The 2-2. High pop fly. Poked it. Ellis Burks, and he won't get it. Reed. Jody Reed with the catch. 1 out. Reed went back. That would have been weird. Burks went. I think that was just out of Burks' range. Ken Herbeck. He flew out in the 6th inning. Boston 2 outs away from taking their first game of the series. Here's Ken Herbeck against Lee Smith. Herbeck, this is to left field. And underneath, there's a catch. 2 outs. 1 out away from making it 3-1. Greenwell with the catch. And here's Gary Gaetti. He's the last hope for Minnesota. Gaetti, the last hope for Minnesota. Smith, 6 pitches, 2 outs. Here's Gaetti. That's going to be a strike right down the middle. Lee Smith smelling blood here. Trying to end the game. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. He's down to 1 more out. 1 more strike. Gary Gaetti down to his last strike. Struck him out and Boston wins. A 1-run victory for Boston. Every game in this series has been 1 run. Every single game. And Boston needs 4 in a row. And they've won game number 1. So it's now 3-1. Every game is an elimination game for Boston. And they win this game on the road 2-1. They will play game 5, the last game at the Metrodome, next time. And you can see Boston 1 of 4. Clemens gets a win, Tolliver the loss, and Lee Smith will get the save. The Twins lead 3-1. And now for a post-game show. Now for a post-game show. As you see the highlights, Greenwell, the double, and 2 RBI, all in 1, and that was it for Boston. And Kirby Puckett, the home run. That was it for Minnesota. And you can see Tommy Herr. What a play there. That was incredible. And that is Bob Stanley with a huge out. And Lee Smith to end the game. Lee Smith ends the game against Gary Gaetti. Roger Clemens wins player of the game. We're going to go to the analysis as Roger Clemens wins the game. He also gets player of the game. Freddie Tolliver with the loss. And the box score is this. Wade Boggs gets 2 hits. He's the only multiple hit player for Boston. Evans had 1, Greenwell had 1, and Gedman had 1. Everybody else had donuts. Boston did not hit well. Batting, Greenwell with the double, Greenwell with all the RBIs. Barrett and Reed were both hit by the pitch, and Reed was caught stealing. For Minnesota, Gladden was the only player with 2 hits. Puckett had 1, Larkin and Lauder both had 1, but everybody else had donuts. Gagne at shortstop. Harper was a pinch hitter. Newman came in after Harper to take over for Gagne. And you see they struck out 11 times in the game, Minnesota. The double by Larkin. Puckett had a home run and the RBI. Gladden had the stolen base, He had 2 stolen bases today. Pitching, Clemens had 7 innings. He struck out 9 in 7 innings. That was unbelievable. Only giving up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Stanley and Smith came in. Stanley with the hold, and Smith came in with the save. Tolliver, 6 innings, 3 hits. He gave up 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 4, walked 2. Schatzeder gave up 2 hits, but no runs. And Portugal didn't give up anything. Striking out 5, walking 1 though. But Minnesota could never get that second run over. Puckett with the 1 home run, but they were shut down every chance they had. Taking a look at today's games, the next one up, Cincinnati has a 2-1 lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cincinnati, Robinson against Tudor. Robinson for Cincinnati, Tudor for LA. And if LA wins, they tie the series. If Cincinnati wins, they'll be up 3-1, and they'll have 3 elimination games there. So it's going to be a big game 4 of that series, and that'll be tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Hope all is well. Thank you, Al, Red Sox fan, and Sire0329 for commenting. I hope that everything is going well, and cryptosporitis or whatever it is, I hope I don't have to keep using the bathroom every 2 seconds. Have a great day, and I'll talk to everyone later.